Hi everyone, we're back with our next video in our series for RTM. And today we'll be talking about providing RTM with other services, which services you can bill concurrently and which ones you cannot. So I'm joined by Caitlin again. I'm going to start off by asking her the first question. Caitlin, can you use RTM and RPM together for the same patient?
Not according to the 2022 American Medical Association CPT codebook. CMS has not yet opined on this, but for now, providers should assume that the language in the AMA codebook is going to apply, which says RTM and RPM codes cannot be billed simultaneously for the same patient. Next question, Rima, can you bill RTM in the same month as CCM?
You can. So these services are complementary to one another. They do have different service element requirements, so just make sure that you are following the time requirements and the other billing rules that are set out by CMS. All right, and last question, Caitlin, can you bill telehealth services concurrently with RTM?
Probably yes. It depends on the telehealth service, but most telehealth services can be billed in the same month as RTM. And again, I think telehealth and RTM are probably two services that are very complementary of one another. If you're having a telehealth visit and you want to keep track of your patient in between telehealth visits, RTM can be a great way to do that. Keep in mind that any time that you're billing for any of these services has to be kept separate. So if you're billing CCM and RTM in the same month, the time requirements have to be separate. Same with telehealth. If you do a telehealth visit, you can't count any of the time from that telehealth visit in the time that you record toward RTM. That's important because even if during the telehealth visit, you talk with the patient about the data that you've been collecting, it still isn't going to count toward RTM. So just remember to keep those separate. All right, that's our last question in this category. Next week, we'll be talking about device requirements for RTM. As a reminder, you can always contact Rima and I at the Nixon Gwilt Law website, NIXONGWILT law.com.